Hey, so this video is kind of all over the place, and by all over the place, I mean it is literally all over the place. Because I had a limited time to make the sweater that I'm making in this video, because I had to make it before Halloween, plus make a video last minute that I didn't even know I was going to film. So all these clips are a little weird, but it's okay. With that being said, in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys me making something that I've wanted to make for a while. I had to make it anyways because it's a Halloween costume, and I'm making a Chucky sweater. Now, I know it's not really a crocheted thing to do. In fact, I don't think I've seen anybody really crochet a Chucky sweater, but this was for my boyfriend for his Halloween costume since we're going as Chucky and Tiffany, and this was the process of me doing it and just trying to put it all together into a video. Here we are, starting off with day one of this project. I started off by going to Joann's. I didn't end up filming it, but did get this cute bag in the process. And there's a couple extra skeins in here that didn't go with my project because, of course, couldn't get just what I needed for the project. But here are the colors that I ended up picking out from Joann's. I used all the colors that were basically around the same scheme as like what the normal sweater would be. This was the pink that I got when I went to Joann's. However, this was the pink that I already had in my stash, so I decided to use it instead because it just went better with the theme. Here they are all laid out together. Here is one of the reference pictures that I found of the sweaters that I was going to use. And I started off with the ribbing. I got right on into it. I did 8 half double crochets in the back loop only, going back and forth, basically until it could go up and fit around my boyfriend's neck, because that's just how I decided to do it. I did it more as a raglan type sweater thing, so this will be like the top, it'll go around your neck, and then it's going to start to work its way down. Slip stitched it together, made it look all nice and just even, I guess is the best way to put it. I was trying to make it as even as the sweater rough draft that I was going with, so I followed the same exact pattern that it was. I was doing a little bit of a design, trying to get the stripes to look like how they did in the movie. Just kept working up a way around doing a raglan type formation. If you really want to know, there's a lot of people on YouTube that already have tutorials that you guys can look up. But I kind of just rough drafted it with what I've already learned how to do from other projects that I've done. And I just went in. There's not a lot of explaining to it. I did use the half double crochet for the ribbing. I did double crochets in that like blue color and then single crochet in the white. So that way the white is really small compared to the blue, and so it looks like this when it gets worked up, which is very similar to how Chucky actually looks in the movie with his sweater. And as you can see, the raglan will create these little holes, as you can see right here, but honestly I don't think it's that big. It's not that noticeable, and I just kept working this pattern all the way down with all the different colors that I had. This was the pink worked up with it as well. Just did 3 colors of them. I did the 3 rows with the 3 colors. That's a tongue twister. I'm doing 2 right rows. Here it is on my boyfriend as I was working it up. I kept trying it on almost every row. I was really bugging him with this, but I needed to make sure that I made the arms the right length. And here I am again, just adding on rows to it as I go along. There's really not much to explain about this because I just kept working on it, and every once in a while as I was working on it, I was like, oh, I need to do an update. I need to show you guys what I'm doing. Like right here, when I got low enough that I had the hole for the arms, I did a chain of 8, I believe it was. It was 6 or 8. This is all going to vary depending on the size that you're making of the sweater. For some people, you don't do none at all. For some, it's 5. Basically, go off of what your raglan type pattern is going to say or fits you, whichever you're doing. And I just did the single crochet method going around this chain. I did the same exact method that I was going to do for the body for the arms so that the stripes were going to be identical. And here I'm just showing you guys the like outline of everything. So here where these big holes are is where the sleeves are going to go, but we don't get to that till the last day of this project. Here it is. The body is going to keep working up like this. And here we are on to day 2 of this project. This is where we were after day 1. I worked most of the day on it, honestly. I decided to show you guys right here with the ribbing portion. I did finish a little bit of the body this day as well, but here is just me working on the ribbing that took so long to complete. Here is what we left off with now after the body is finally complete. The ribbing is all done. This alone took most of my second day. I'm not even going to lie, but I was loving how it came looking out. Now it was just time to work on the sleeves. And then we finally were on to day 3. This was the last day. All I had left was the sleeves. And during this day, I was actually watching a bunch of movies. This was Spirit Halloween, which was just one of the many movies. So as I'm continuing to work on this, I'm starting to realize just how long this really has taken me. And it's going to take a while to keep on doing. I've just been working on it. Like I've already probably stated, this video is going to be very odd because this is actually the first time of me talking while making this. We're already on the 3rd day now of making this, and we're going to work on making that sleeve, and we're just going to go from there because I have this whole sleeve and the other one still to do. And it wouldn't be a crochet project without something like going wrong or being out of something. So I was out of the white yarn, but luckily I had this white in my stash so that I could use it and finish this project. Here I'm just demonstrating for you guys what I did because obviously I had to change colors many times, and I just crocheted over my ends. I would crochet the loose end from the last row with like the beginning of the new colored row, and this did come back to bite me a little bit because it kind of stuck out a little bit when like the fabric was pulled a little bit, but it's okay. It's just for a Halloween costume, so it's not that big of a deal really. And it really helped the time go by a lot quicker without having to do more work. And here I'm just showing you guys right after I was out of the white, I actually was starting to run out of the red. This was all that was left with the skein that I had. I only got one of each color, so I knew this probably was going to happen. And I still had the ribbing to do as well. So I was a little worried about not having enough because I had the whole other sleeve still to do with the red plus both ribbings for the arms. But luckily, as you will see, I had enough. Here, both of the sleeves were finally complete. I started a small portion of the ribbing just to show you guys, but both of the actual sleeves themselves were complete. And that was all the red I had left, which was right there in the frame. And it was done. It was finally complete. This only took me 3 days to do. I loved how it turned out. The stripes turned out just like I wanted them to. It lays perfectly. It fits my boyfriend really nicely. On me, it's honestly more of a like oversized type dress, but I honestly love it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this was not like a full type of tutorial or anything. If you guys want a tutorial or a pattern, I might be interested in doing it in the future. I know this is last minute before Halloween, but I just wanted to create this video because I was so excited with this project that I had done that I was like, I have to share this with you guys. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure you like and subscribe and comment down below. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video.